Alright, today we're running Skred Red, which is a list that is played a lot by a player on MTGO called Adonis2K, and he's top 4 with it a couple of times, and in a lot of the results, if you go onto like MTG top 8 and you look up Skred list, his name is on quite a few of them. So I'm going to give him credit for this list, especially the specific one I'm playing right now. I haven't made a whole lot of changes to what he did. But basically this is a list built around the fact that Skred is a very powerful removal piece for creatures, and we are running all snow-covered mountains in this deck aside from the Kher Keep and the Scrying Sheets. Now the Kher Keep was something I threw in to poop out some chump blockers when you're getting beat down by the creature game. You generally tend to generate a lot of mana in this deck, and there's not a whole lot of drawback in the Kher Keep. Of course, it brings your Skred count down by 1, and is not a red source, so that makes it a little challenging. But it's possible that a mountain is just better in that slot, so we're just kind of trying it out here. Koth of the Hammer. There are 4 copies of Koth of the Hammer. Is the piece that that generates your engine for your mana production. That gets you 2 spells like Ugin or the Wurmcoil Engines up here. Now, Koth can also untap a mountain or create an instant speed attacker. That's a 4/4. So if you have 4 mountains out and you play Koth, you can -2 Koth, and you can play right into a Chandra or a Simulacrum all in one turn, which is pretty great. Let's see here. The Scrying Sheets is kind of a unique inclusion here, but basically something you want in every one of your snow decks if you can afford to play it. Draws you only a land, only a snow-covered mountain in this deck, or another Scrying Sheets in that case. Now, unfortunately, there are no snow instants yet, but that would be great because Skred would be one, right? And you could draw into a Skred, but you cannot. So the possible card advantage that this nets you is just worth playing, especially when a lot of your removal spells are instant speed that you're going to be casting at end of turn. So you might be holding for them, and then might as well Skred if you don't use them. 4 main deck relics are very good against anything that is Tarmogoyf or Snapcaster related, and plenty of other good reasons to run those. Any of the instant reanimator decks or dredge decks or whatever really suffer to those. So it's great to have that main deck piece in there. And then even if it's not good in the matchup you're playing, there's not a whole lot of drawback to playing a relic because you can just sack it and cycle it. In the sideboard, we've got life gain for burn and aggro. This is my own life gain tech I've thrown in here. I'm going to try some trading posts in the sideboard because besides gaining you lots of life to combat the aggro strategies, you can also kind of cycle through your artifacts in your yard and also, again, poop out some more chump blockers with that one. The Pyrite Spellbombs, there are 2 in the side and 1 in the main, are good against core Firewalkers and also Burnt and Forge Tenders, because they are not a red source. 1 Singleton Boil, that's all you need. If you cast that in a lot of games, you are just going to walk away. Combust and Rending Volley were an inclusion of Adonis, and I'm thinking that he had a lot of trouble with Splinter Twins, so that would explain why those are in there. And then lots of artifact removal, and then a little bit of Tron hate here in the Molten Rains. So let's see what we got for game 1. Alright, the old 1 land hand. It's tough not to want to risk this one because we've got the Mind Stone there. Of course, it's not really enough to go on, but we can always dig ourselves out of the hole and draw with the Relic and hope to get another land. But you got them all. This is much better. I've also got a turn 1 play. I've got a response to a creature if needed. Now the cool thing is Stormbreath is really good in Modern because some of the only removal spells that can take him out are Path, and they can't even target him because of the protection from white. But think about Lightning Bolt. It's not going to deal enough to kill him. I think he's going to go for my Mind Stone now. really debating. He must have something that he doesn't want to get bolted to. Alright, yeah, Mind Stone it is. Okay. Hopefully we'll draw another one of those. Really aren't a lot of 2-drops in this deck. In fact, it only plays 3 Mind Stones. That's not a good draw. So the other ramp cards happen to be Solemn Simulacrum, which is kind of awkward because a lot of the meat of the deck starts, the curve starts on 4 basically, with the Koths and the Chandras, and then up through Stormbreath, Wurmcoil, Batterskull. And so in the meantime, you just hope to control the board. Let's respond to that. Might as well get 3 damage out of that. No reason not to. Ooh, gross. Ah, perfect. It's exactly what we wanted there. Scrying Sheets. Which is pretty good in the anti 8-rack strategy here. Hope we get a little more card advantage. Now I assume he's reading that. So Scrying Sheets can grab a snow permanent, which includes Scrying Sheets itself as a snow land, and basically only the mountains in this deck. But as an alternative to as an alternative to Mind Stone, you could play the Cold Steel Heart, which is a snow artifact. Does basically the same thing. It's a mana rock for 2. Comes into play tapped. In fact, it gives you a colored mana, but the fact that it doesn't sack to draw a card makes Mind Stone a lot better. And Mind Stone also can be tapped for mana on the turn you play it. Great. That's not what we're looking for, but draw it anyway. Now we want to activate this now in case we do have a land on top. And we do. And so we can play that. I think he was a little confused here on the turnaround. Alright, so we've got options. Koth lets you ramp like crazy, so that's great. We can play Koth into Chandra next turn, which is beautiful, and then shoot that Dark Confidant down. Oh, no, we can't. Only have 3 mountains. Never mind that. Hopefully you draw 1. Two cards. Unless I discard an artifact. Alright. The life game is not the issue here. Of course, when there's only 1 creature on the board, that Dark Confidant could get there. Let's see, opponent has fewer than 3 cards in his hand, takes 1. Okay, so I have 3. And this one is if I have 1 or fewer. Okay. So it's possible that I just don't want to rush into all that. Anyway, I want to play it slow. So the Chandra seems really good. Yeah, that's what I've got to do. And 1, okay. Cool. So this is great because now I can 0 the Chandra and I can net some card advantage that way too and stay above 3, or hope to. But in the 3 cards he's got in his hand, I'm guessing that at least one of them, probably 2 of them, are discard spells. Hopefully he just draws a land. Now I don't think he's got a way of dealing with that Chandra effectively. So having her on the board is pretty good news for me. Lily, of course. Alright, this isn't so bad either. Send that Koth in next turn. We don't need the Skred. What did he discard? Oh, another Lily. Okay. Now we lose one. Right? Yeah, the Koth is... Well, let's do the 0. Do we want to do that? We got 4 Koth in the deck. There's a chance that Chandra could just draw into another one, which would be great. But maybe we just want to... No, we'll do it. We can get a land, too. Let's go for it. 0. Alright, perfect. And now the question is, do we want to just Koth, ramp, Stormbreath, and just hope to aggro him out? Because I think we can do that. I think that's what we want to do. Because we want to get all of our value out of our cards. And I think that we're fast enough to just straight up beat him. Damage? Oh, sorry. Okay. It's a good thing he waited. I don't want to get in a debate with him over my intentions there. Alright, now I'm going to be taking some damage though. Probably 6 life. I've got him on a 2-turn clock, and if he's doing 6 damage to me every turn, he's got me on a 2-turn clock as well, actually. But should be able to get there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or a 3-turn clock for him, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go with an activation on Chandra. Okay, we don't want to cast that. Let's do a Scrying Sheets. And that is not snow. And then we can ramp up our Koth. And attack. Boom. Alright, this Blood Moon does me absolutely nothing against him since he's all swamps here. But it is worth holding. Okay, he's done. Cool. We got there. Alright, in the mirror, or in game 2, excuse me. Wow, none of this stuff really looks all that great. Of course, artifact removal is good for the racks. But I don't know if I'd really side in 3 if I didn't have something I really wanted to take out. Now, the Fallouts can kill the Bobs. And sometimes these decks play some like Chittering Rats and things. But maybe we get rid of some Skreds instead. So this deals damage, which makes it worthwhile. Dragon's Claw seems pretty good. Trading Post is definitely good. Yeah, that's what we want there. Let's see. It's always tough to sideboard with this deck because the sideboard is awfully specific. It's very specific. We'll get out the roast, of course. And let's take out the rest of the Skreds. And we'll put in the Dragon's Claw number 3. And let's get that one out of there too. We'll go with that. Does that look good? The Relic of Progenitus doesn't do a whole lot in this situation, but just netting a card seems okay. Yep, we'll stick with that. Come on, guy, he says. Oh, boy. Okay, so he's mauled down to 6. Okay, the rack. There are a lot of cases where my game too, I just have really nothing that I can side in that's better than a card in the deck. So Relic of Progenitus has little drawback, so it's kind of one of those things that might as well just leave it. Alright, let's go with a Dragon's Claw. And then after that, we're going to be on the Scrying Sheets plan. Bob, alright. So now the cool thing with the Dragon Claws is if I get all 3 of them out, playing every red spell is going to cause, you know, an incremental life gain that is going to offset the rack. Let's deal with Bob right now. And then we'll exile him, because it's good practice. Alright, Lily. I don't have a chance to bolt her in response to her activation or anything to get those counters off, because I never have priority, unfortunately. But what I can do here is I can discard the obvious relic, which is totally useless to me, and then just beat in with the Koth token. Now, do I want to just do this? I think I do. Let's exile. Because why not? Alright. Hopefully we don't have a dismember or anything coming here. Oops. I don't think that deck can afford to play Dismember. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some go for the throats. Okay. Ensnaring Bridge. Trouble. So I can't attack with my tokens. What I can hope to do is draw into an artifact, though. Artifact destruction, excuse me. Alright, so he has no land. Put that into play. It is not legendary. And I will take up Koth just to untap. And now I've got another Snowland activation. Now if I can get that ultimate going, we're in business. And it looks like that's going to happen. too bad. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to activate the second Scrying Sheets. And it's a lightning bolt. Alright, right on. So, I almost want to just wait on this, because I also want to keep my Koth going. But I don't know that we've really got the time to do that. Well, he's down to 0 cards in hand. I'll be dealing him 4 this turn. Let's do it. Still there, dude? And the great thing now is I don't have to play any spells. Okay, I guess you'll accept that. Good. Alright, goodbye lightning bolt. Just kind of hoping there's a Raven's Crime or something coming so I could choose which to discard, but it happens. Okay, now, this is beginning of upkeep. During upkeep, I'm sure the Oracle says at the beginning of upkeep, so I need to take 1 damage, which, so what? Alright. Now, as much as we love pinging with our Planeswalkers, I think that we're going to do some damage here with Chandra. Game. Alright, cool. Well, there's game 1 and game 2 against 8-Rack. Seems like a pretty good matchup for me. Thanks for watching.